HQ, Caitlin Clark took to social media to announce that her season is over. Clark hasn't played since July 15th after suffering a groin injury. She was limited to just 13 games this season.
Out for the remainder of the 2025 season, something we all think we knew was coming after what Stephanie White said earlier today.
Caitlin Clark has officially ended her 2025 season and will not return to the court. After weeks of speculation and cautious optimism, Clark herself confirmed the news on Thursday night in the US, posting on social media that she is shutting it down for the year. Minutes later, the Indiana Fever backed her up with an official team release, stating she will miss the rest of the 2025 season. This is a massive moment. Not only does it impact the Indiana Fever's playoff push, but it also shakes up the league as a whole.
I personally believe the Indiana Fever knew that they could not keep prolonging this because that's all they were doing, dangling Clark in front of us, having her go into all these games to sign autographs, thinking that, okay.
So how did we get here? Let's rewind the tape. Caitlin Clark has been sidelined since July 15th. In the final minute of a win against the Connecticut Sun, she suffered a right groin injury. That was the beginning of a difficult road back. During rehab, she developed a painful bone bruise in her left ankle, which pushed back her return even further. On top of that, she had already battled through earlier issues with her left quad and groin earlier in the summer. The plan was always to try to get her back before the end of the season. Coaches hoped she could play a few minutes late in the year. She even participated in some non-contact workouts. But the truth is, there just wasn't enough time to get her fully game ready. As Fever General Manager Amber Cox put it best, "Time is not on our side. Her long-term health and well-being remains our top priority."
Like, it's not something that we want to see. It's not something that anybody wants to have happen.
Now, despite all the injuries, Clark still made her mark when she was on the floor. In just 13 games, she averaged 16.5 points, nearly 9 assists, and 5 rebounds. She wasn't just scoring, she was creating for everyone around her. And let's not forget, she helped lead the Fever to a Commissioner's Cup title earlier this season. Even in a year filled with stops and starts, her impact was undeniable. Here's the quick recap. Multiple lower body injuries, a setback during rehab, and a calendar that kept closing in on September 4th, Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever made the call. No more chances, no more waiting. Her 2025 season was officially over. Clark's absence completely changes the Fever's approach. She was their lead guard, their floor general, and their most dangerous offensive weapon. Without her, things shift dramatically. Kelsey Mitchell will now handle more of the on-ball creation. Aliyah Boston becomes the anchor inside, getting more touches in the paint. And defensively, expect more players to share the load at the point of attack. But this goes beyond Indiana. The entire league feels this. Caitlin Clark isn't just a player, she's a draw. She sells tickets, drives TV ratings, and gets people talking. Losing her for the rest of the season is a huge blow to the WNBA's momentum.
Caitlin Clark continues to crush the viewership department and bring in those big ratings. This is from ESPN PR. This past Sunday, ABC aired another of its most watched WNBA games ever with the Indiana Fever's win over the Dallas Wings. It averaged 2.1 million viewers and peaked at 2.5 million viewers. WNBA on ESPN is up 7% from last season, man. What? The numbers are crazy. The numbers are crazy. She's a draw.
This decision also sends a clear signal. Number 1, Indiana knows that rushing her back isn't worth the risk. And number 2, they're fully invested in making sure Caitlin Clark is healthy and ready for 2026. Both the team and Clark's camp are focused on the long game, not short-term headlines. Clark herself called the experience incredibly frustrating. She thanked her fans for sticking with her and gave credit to her teammates for battling through adversity. And even though she wasn't on the floor, she stayed locked in with the team during the rehab grind, showing up, encouraging, and staying involved. Year 1 of Caitlin Clark in the WNBA was historic. She broke records, sold out arenas, and brought unprecedented attention to the league. Year 2? It was a grind. But here's the thing. Even without her playing, the WNBA still saw people in arenas, national buzz, and headlines almost daily. That's impact. That's what she has built in just 2 seasons. And for the Fever, this year wasn't wasted either. Players outside of Clark gained valuable minutes and reps, which should make the team even stronger when she returns. For fans, it's okay to feel disappointed. Caitlin Clark herself admitted she feels the same way. But big picture? This is the right call. By shutting it down now, she preserves the one thing everyone wants most: a fully healthy Caitlin Clark leading a deeper, stronger Fever team in 2026. And that's the story. Caitlin Clark is done for the 2025 season. Injuries forced her out, but her legacy continues to grow, and her comeback in 2026 could be one of the most highly anticipated moments in basketball. So what do you think? How big of a comeback do you expect from her next year? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, drop a like so more WNBA fans find this video. And if you're new here, subscribe. This channel is your place for everything about WNBA. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.